Like
Not
Like I
needed,
feel
you know?
like because we're so unique, we're the Oddlot right now. So like the next campaign, we just gotta be the plain people or something like that.
Yeah.
Calvin, the link didn't work.
Cool.
It's all
You
just
forgot
like
the double doubles.
Cool.
Every session
Humans.
is just
Yeah, just be
everyday
like
life.
some
Yeah,
real
right?
normal. We're the real normal folks now.
Yeah.
Welcome to campaign 2.
We're the
roll to
normies.
ask your boss for a raise. Get a bigger
You
cubicle.
fail.
I shovel the cow poop. Roll to shovel the cow poop.
Oh jeez.
That one.
13. You shoveled some cow
That would
poop.
be us
Okay.
playing as commoners.
So I
Oh
have
my
okay.
God.
So now you bring up a cool point now, and this is a weird goal I have sometimes. Like you take a moment like that, like shoveling cow poop, and how do you make it so that's a dramatic moment? You know,
Ooh.
that's my new task. Like,
Okay.
I mean, just watching the dice and you just have the anticipation build, like, where it matters, where you shovel the cow poop. I mean, I don't know.
So can I tell you a real life story about shoveling cow poop? Right. So
Is it exciting?
my grandparents, late grandparents, they owned a farm in Frankfurt, and so I would sometimes help them clean out the calf barn. And what's funny is that one time I tried to automate the system by you're shoveling, right? I tried to automate by putting it here and just walking. Let me tell you what happened when I hit a lip in the concrete. I couldn't talk right for a week. It just it was awful. Yeah, it was terrible. So I learned to shovel the hard way every time because I don't want to hit my Jimmy again.
Just don't
Cool
put
story,
your
bro.
back wrist by your Jimmy. Put it on your
Well,
other
You
hip.
don't want your
No,
Jimmy to be
no,
ruffled.
Tucker, I
get
put
it.
the whole broom right here,
oh my
dude.
god. Oh.
No!
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, then the lip of the concrete hit, and right in there.
You know, whether
Like a
it's
spear.
with a hatch to the hand, a broomstick to your junk. I mean, Josh, I mean, get it together,
Guys,
man.
I am prone to damage.
You know that version of Ave Maria at the end of Hitman Blood Money? That's what
No.
I'm thinking of as that broom handle hits your junks.
It was the worst. I will tell you, I've never done it again. I have successfully birthed, well, not me, but my wife, conceived 2 children, so I know that it didn't really damage me that bad. But I can tell you it was no bueno in the time in which it happened.
Roll the fertility save.
Okay.
Question now.
What is love?
Baby, don't
Baby,
hurt me.
don't hurt. No more.
And what does it
did
have
we
to do with
nominate
it?
someone for the question?
Yeah, that's all good questions.
I can ask a question. I think I've got one that I just came
Cool.
up with.
Okay.
Right, so listen, Oddlot, we've been through many adventures together, and I know for me, there's one thing that I specifically need to keep with me at all times. That would be my shield, right? Because I use it a lot. So my question is there a specific item that you've kept with you from day one in adventuring with us? And if yes, can you explain its importance to us?
Oh, like totally, bro. Like, check out my sweet armor. Like, dude, you see this like manta ray on it? Did you guys know? Like, this washed up on my oceanside home, like when I was like not even 15, bro. And like, dude, this thing saved my life so many times. Yeah, like, whoa. Totes my armor.
Oh my god.
Right. I guess I've never noticed that that's what that little thing was on your armor, but that's pretty impressive. What about you, Soot? Is there anything you carry with you?
I mean, the pipe in the book, the creepy book. And he looks down at he's got a satchel with the book, and the book is like wrapped with leather bindings so it can't be opened.
I don't really like reading much, so I'm not really interested in that book. But can you tell me a bit where you got that pipe and why it's so important to you?
It made me carve it.
What made you carve it? The pipe?
Yeah, I had to carve the pipe.
So wait, let me reframe. Did the pipe made you carve the pipe, or did something else?
I probably shouldn't talk about that. I don't want to say.
Hey, Snow. Soot's being super vague, and you're another tiny from the Tiny League. Can you tell me what it is you've got with you?
He's gonna hold up his little amulet. Looks like a Sune with kind of holding like a little orb, their hair flowing out. This is an amulet of Sune. It was given to me by my human mother, Marguerite. It's not only a symbol of, well, Sune, but the crystal in the middle is my spell focus.
So, really quick, did you say you have a human mother?
Adaptive, it's weird.
Adopted. Right, that makes sense, because I was trying to put it together. Anyway, Ander, can you tell me what it is you've got with you that you've carried with you?
Well, there are a few things that I think are important to me. Greg, of course, on my head. It's like having another voice right there beside me, almost in my head. I'm sure you can't imagine that.
No, listen, I totally can, man, because I speak, and sometimes, really, the only one that answers back is Soot, and I think he's crazy too, but, you know, but I totally get it.
But he hardly ever talks. So I think one of my favorite things are these beautiful red oxhide boots that a dear friend bought for me once. And I think we were in Newsham last.
Who bought you those boots? Was it me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. Sorry. Those boots wouldn't fit anybody else, buddy, and I'm glad you still keep them. Hey, Brad. Oh, no, wait. I already talked to you. Jeez, Brad, I feel like
Brad
you're just
volunteered
unmemorable.
information.
But...
Sorry, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Tyrael, what is something that you bring that you can't live without?
You know, to be honest, at this point, it's this mug. Saved my ass more times than I've taken care of the cow. Oh my god. Second, I think second would be the 3-part staff, because that's just wicked cool too.
Wicked cool and sentimental items. I like you, Tyrael. You're a bit of a mystery, but you know, I really totally dig my mug as well. Oh, okay. I thought I couldn't hear anybody for a second. And yes, Alvin Allgood, can you tell us what it is you bring?
Well, no, I gotta tell you, I think the item I've had for the longest time, I mean, besides my wood carving tools, is probably this armor from the Basilisk. It's one of our earliest adventures when I joined up with the group. We killed that basilisk. I skinned it, and I've had it fashioned into this, I think, rather stylish suit of armor.
I'm sorry. Is that the basilisk's mother? And I mean, the one that you care for?
Yes, it is Mr. Brix's mother, as near as I can tell. Let's leave that out if he doesn't bring it up after I cast Awaken on him.
I'd like to agree with that, yes. I don't think we should tell him that you're wearing his mother's skin. I feel like that would be...
If for any reason he finds out, I'm gonna have to give up this armor, I think.
I think you're gonna need to lie.
Happiness is more important. I'd hate to lie to him. I think it sets a bad precedent. You know, as his father figure.
But white lies are kind of simple, right? And it's not intended to hurt anybody, but if you tell the your son that you took its mother's skin, I think he would not like you.
Well, my hope is I was the one who hatched Mr. Briggs, after all. I was the first thing he ever saw in this world.
So you would be his mother.
When he imprinted on me, I was wearing the armor already, so he's only ever known me wearing it. Perhaps he might just think it's a part of my person.
I think you might have lucked out, and I don't think we should... I'm going to agree with you. I don't think we should ever tell Mr. Briggs. that you're wearing his mother's skin. Ever. You should never do that.
Yeah. I think we should
Lie.
just avoid
You should
the
lie,
subject.
cheat,
avoid
and
the
steal.
subject. I don't
Yeah,
think we
well-
need to lie about it.
Well,
All right,
if you have to,
we've
you should.
digressed a
Yeah.
bit much in Olo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Any NPCs you want to know about?
We ask.
Go ahead, Avis.
No, we asked everybody. I thought we left somebody out. Never mind.
Dan's not here.
Let's
Ask
ask.
about any NPCs.
Yeah.
It-
Let's ask. Yeah. Let's ask. Dudra. What she keeps.
Dudra. Interesting. Didn't see that one coming.
Well, I love her.
Okay.
I love her a lot.
So she looks at you, like her dragonborn eyes kind of narrowing in their focus, her pupils kind of, what's the opposite of dilate? Get small. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. There you go.
And it's
Constrict.
there we go. Thank you. So, yes. Well, and she pulls out this little necklace, and it's one long curved finger. And she goes, This is something that I earned many, many moons ago, and it's helps me keep my status around here, in case people forget. And that's when she stops.
Super creepy. She uses a finger to point out her status. Anyway, I'm all set, man.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thank you for picking up on the joke of like pointing out. Anyway.
You out the right.
Yeah. So, last time, you guys have been in Newsham for in game time one day, but it's been a very eventful day. Whether it was coming back to check on various leads or following up on people you want to talk to, like Jasper, and then there was the whole competition where Tyrael was entered and was roundly kicked in the face a couple of times, and then after that we had a session of nursing wounds, where you guys spent a lot of time in a hipster poetry bar known for bread special drinks and bad poetry. So after that kind of raucous adventure, even everyone got up there, and even was it not Tyrael? Thirkir got up there and had some lizard poetry at work. You guys went upstairs to bed, where promptly Tyrael has been woken up, and so Tyrael, you feel this kind of sort of somewhat gentle, but like a slap in the face. He goes, "Hey kid, wake up!" And before you see Zane. He's got some bruising. He's got some, around his face, some cuts, some new stuff because he got beat up too, and he couldn't finish his competition. And he looks at you, and goes, "I know we're not gonna have much time, but I see something in you, and I wanted to share something with you just because I think you need it. I'm not one to take pity. Don't take this as pity, but come on." And he goes over to the window, which is open, looks up, and he starts to scale the outside of the wall, and he motions for you to follow him.
Okay. So, roll for check, or do I just go up there?
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Okay. So let's see if I fall down and die before I get the perfect lesson here. Oh no. Alright, well, first mug of the evening.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and that one just landed uneven between 13 and 5. So let's see. First one was a 3, just for reference. All right, there we go.
Okay.
All right, 19.
Okay. So you swing out, and there's there's bricks sticking out that's easy to climb up. And as you sail the top of the tavern, you see Zane sitting standing on the roof line, at the point of the apex of the roof, and in the back you see there's the large moon glowing behind him, and the whole city's awash in this kind of nice silvery moonlight, and he stands there with his arms crossed. And as you approach him, you kind of climbing up. He goes, "Hey, so we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna go real slow, and you're gonna block, okay?" So
Okay.
He starts going through some motions, of just basic kicks, punches, stuff like this. I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Eh? I know, dice. It'd be a great time to roll higher than 10 or 15.
Yeah.
All right, 14. I'll take that. So I got a 15 even.
Okay. So you lose your balance here and there, but you're managing to keep it. And even though he starts speeding up, going faster, and he starts talking about focus and using ki to heighten your senses, and giving you pointers and tips and tricks and just all this other kind of like knowledge, and eventually, hold on. Could you roll a 20 for me, Tucker?
Okay.
Just a straight 20.
Ever since I lost my nice die that I got from Meeples, I've had some real meme rolls.
Okay,
It was an 8.
an 8. Okay, so the what is it? Okay, so in the moonlight, he goes just a little too fast for you, and it clips you right in the face a little bit. You coil, blood kind of comes down your nose a bit, and you take 2 points of damage. But you can definitely tell he's pulling his punches. And he goes, "Okay, so that was an accident. Didn't mean for that to happen." And as you guys keep sparring, he talks more about his life, and he tells, hey, I worked for, I'm not, my guy Animush is always looking for new people, and if you're ever interested, maybe we could, hook you up. He gave me this, and he points to the sigil and crest in the center of his chest. Just to keep it up, something to think about. But back to business, and he guides you through more lessons slowly. You guys, and eventually you guys are moving so fast, and you got back to normal speed. He's like, good, and suddenly, roll a 20 again, Tucker. Material, sorry.
It's okay. 11.
Okay. So you manage to actually dodge out of the way as his fist comes by your face. You grab him and you pick him up and you flip him over like judo style right on the back of the roof line. And he looks up and he starts clapping. And he goes, "Yes." And he gets up. He goes and he bows.
I return it.
Okay. That's all I can do for tonight. Not much, but it'll help. If you need me to contact me, or ever feel like touching base, he pulls out a stone, and he gives you like a thin, small blue stone, and it's on it. It's got like a face with part of a mouth on it, and he gives it to you.
Okay. As a thank you, let me do this then, and I'll cast with my last sorcery points for the night, a 5th level mass cure wounds. So 48 plus 5. Let me just roll that real quick with the roller here. Yeah, it's down. But hang on. Yeah. 5. Okay, so he heals for 24. Whatever damage
Okay.
he had.
Okay, thank you. You see him, some life surge back into him, and yeah, and he thanks you again, and for in a moment you see him turn his form turn to this gaseous thing as his tattoos kind of turn purple, and you see him just disappear out into the night. All that's left is you on the rooftop with the moon and the stars. And at this point forward, you now have the ability to deflect melee attacks, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Wax off.
just as a quick clarification for those watching and for the rest of the party, basically we're trading the wording for deflect missiles, and we're just adding sans missiles, adding blows.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's
So
like
I
giving
would-
you like a sweet defensive maneuver.
Yep.
Nice.
Since deflect missiles isn't used too often normally. But
Yep. So
Cool.
after that, you clamber back down, get back into bed, exhausted, and just probably pass back out after a heck of a day. And the rest of the evening passes quietly, and the morning sun rises, and you all wake up slowly, kind of groggily, after a night of booze and poetry. Oddlot, the day is yours.
so that's full long rest for everyone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
When do we have to be back at Dragon's
You
Lair?
have one more day before they're done.
We would want
So,
to
yeah,
be
this-
heading out tonight, I would assume. Leave on our ships if we can.
Yep. Oh, time to change music.
Brad's gonna have woken up a little bit earlier than everyone else, and he's gonna be like chilling down at the bar, drinking one of his drinks.
Oh my gosh, one of his
This
Brad's Berry
special.
Blast or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is the
so
hangover tomato version.
Oh no. Okay, so you go downstairs and it's quiet. You see Humbert there, just cleaning up the bar after the night, and he's like, he stops, pulls his beer, he's like, man, you guys spit fire, yeah.
Yeah, we are like we've been like a group for a while. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, very cool. Other folks, what are you doing?
Let's see about getting some breakfast. Hopefully there's some good breakfast to be had, and not this hipster stuff. Just some basic
I'm
eggs. and
sure there's avocado
bacon and-
toast. It'll be fine.
Oh no.
If there's any avocado toast, I want no part of it. And I'm with Ander, and we want something meaty and something real like heroic, not hipster like.
Maybe some hash browns.
That's hipster like, but close.
No,
We'll take
hash
some.
browns are heroic.
I'm sorry. You're right. It's heroic.
Heroic Hash Browns, episode title. No. Okay. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
And coffee. And coffee. For God's sakes.
Okay. So you guys head downstairs, and Humbert he's smiling, just cleaning the glass out, setting it up, and he's like, well, we I don't know, we don't have a lot of stuff. We try to be different here, you know. And he's like, here, check the menu out. And he hands the menu over, and there's like a couple different things. And so there's like cactus with creme fraiche and raspberries, and then there's like there's avocado toast because you're in a hipster place. There's no mention of eggs, or bacon, nothing.
So I'm gonna look at the waitress or the menu and say, right, so I'm not seeing any of the normal breakfast stuff on here, like bacon, eggs, and meat. Do you guys like not put it on the menu, or what, you just got some in the back?
Oh no, sugar, we don't serve that. No, we don't want to eat meat here.
Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but my name's Nolo, not Sugar, and you must be kidding with me right now. You must. Wait,
Oh, aren't
wait.
you sweet?
Is that why you call me Sugar? No, I'm not sweet. I'm very salty with sweat. The question is do you have any meat whatsoever?
Oh no. We well, we had we have those scorpions and those, you know, a couple of those insecty things, but that's mostly for the bar menu. Yeah, not really a breakfast food. But we have plenty of other fruits. We have this great vegetable bowl, which comes with rice and beans. It's very sweet. It's very nice.
And this is the first time I think the Oddlot has seen a Nolo so perturbed that he just. I walk out.
Yeah. So what you're saying, Miss, is we should go someplace else for breakfast. Okay, thank you.
Alvin is like already trying to order one of those veggie bowls. Like, it sounds like the harvest of the earth. How could you possibly not respect this? This is a great breakfast.
One vegetable coming up. And where are your manners? Well, but there are plenty of farm breakfast places in all of Newsham. I mean, me go down the road. They have a meat emporium.
A Nolo!
Meat
Meat
Emporium.
Emporium.
Yeah.
The Meat Emporium serve normal breakfasts.
Oh, I don't know. I
We'll
don't
find
eat
out.
meat.
Yeah.
I'm out.
So-
We're bouncing.
So is
me in.
joining you. He's coming after you guys. He's got on. He's used disguised self to make him look like he's got on these like black, Ray-Bans. You know, and he just kind of looks like he's like barely looking at anything, and just kind of like tagging along behind you guys.
Okay.
Snow's following out,
Oh boy.
but before he leaves, he's gonna look back at the waitress and, "You have a good one."
You all got to settle your bill. You all coming back, right?
Brad'll get it.
Of course.
Brad'll take it.
I was gonna say, like, you're all taking off, and Brad and Alvin are just chilling in a breakfast nook still. It's like, okay, rude.
Okay. Yeah. So your veggie bowl is brought over, and it's fresh. There's tomatoes. I mean, it's a nice bounty of stuff, and you get a wooden fork and a spoon, and you just dive right in. Brad is still slipping the tomato berry blasts. Tyrael, what are you up to after you've risen?
So yeah, I'm sorry. I would have joined the others and probably
To
just
meet?
Yep. Generally, stricken up conversation and just camaraderie while shoveling down as much food as possible.
So when you guys
yeah.
go down the street, you see that there is a squat kind of white building with two large windows, and there's just dried meats hanging in the windows. And there's sausage links. There are like shanks of stuff. There's actually this kind of weird conical thing that's on a rotisserie, and so you see a guy in there just shaving parts of the meat off, whatever it is. And you go inside, and you are hit with an aroma of, a mixture of cooked meat, like a bacony kind of maple smell, smoky smell, but also you're getting blood and some other, I don't know, barbecue kind of smells. So and along each side there are just long tables, and there are just carcasses that have just been flayed, hacked up, and they're being portioned by local butchers. And so there's a big guy at the back, balding dwarf, kind of pattern baldness, like kind of splashy hair, but and even his beard, he's got like sections that are just kind of missing hair. And he's like, "Oi, welcome to Haggard." Nope, that's not the rest. Haggard's somebody else in different fantasy world. Let's not use that name. Yeah. Hogar. There we go. We can do that one. Hogar's ham shanks and ham slabs.
Ham, and ham.
Ham. Yeah.
Slabs.
Hamburgers.
So, yeah. So we've got it. And he's like, yeah, feast your eyes on the succulent hammer tail. And he points this over here. And he's like, oh, we also have new acquisitions. And he just starts listing off like random snakes and lizards and all kinds of other stuff. We also have, and he also talked about traditional beef, goats, that kind of thing. So we have it all. And you're here for our breakfast special. It comes with a pint of ale.
Yeah, we found the right place.
Yeah, you know that's right. We found the right place. I'm gonna take me a whole shank of that hammer tail with 2 mugs of ale.
Good man.
I don't
Alright,
know
so it's
that
gonna-
I ever want to drink ale again.
Nah.
Oh, everyone says that.
Sit on the back and give him 5 points of the disease cure there, and he's got no more of a hangover, and he can totally eat and drink anything. And you say 3 gold? Okay.
Hey, I'm just trying to hit my macros, so I'll have 1 portion of hammer tail, and let's see, the ale will be my carbs. So I gotta keep this figure, this heroic figure of mine.
Okay.
And how lean is the hammer tail? Is it a lean meat or is it a fatty meat?
Oh, it's pretty lean, It's they fly around a lot. There's a lot of action, a lot of movement. But we cook it so it's palatable. It's chewy. I'm not gonna lie, but it's good.
All right, I'll get my fat someplace else then. Okay, so 1 order of hammer tail and the ale. I should be set for the morning.
I'll have the chewy stuff.
Okay, chewy stuff for the small guy. And he pulls out like this. He reaches down into the hammer tail and pulls out like this the section of like gristle, and it detaches it from the rest of the the ribs. He's like, okay, now, and he pulls out a pan from underneath him, just slaps it in a pan, goes back. I'll be back, and he goes. I'm just gonna cook it up real quick for you. And the other guys are. So if you guys want to order or just buy stuff, I mean, we can just do that. We don't need to role play it. if you don't want
Snow's going to go with shank of hammer tail, some bacon, and an ale.
Okay. Okie dokie. So yeah, so someone else takes your order and it portions it out. That'll be 2 gold. Okay, and then the Hogar comes back with the chewy stuff, and it looks like this, like seared mass of like blobby fat. And he's like, "Okay, this is straight off the grill. Have at it."
Is that
That'll be 2 gold.
is that what I ordered?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great. Cool. Yeah, he hands over the gold from somewhere on his person,
Yeah.
and yeah, gets rid of the shades and just digging into this thing with his claws.
Cool. And the food is good. I mean, it's cooked well enough. It is satisfying. It's nourishing, and those of you having ale wash it down, and the ale complements everything very well. So you guys have a very hearty breakfast to get you up and going. What next?
Should we go back and see how the others are doing?
I think we should. Yeah. As I'm picking my teeth with a toothpick. It's
Okay.
delicious.
We did get a few leads last night.
What was that, Andrew?
Something about. Oh, I don't remember. Maybe I had one too many. I know the Blazing Chains are still at the Crimson Anchor Bar. Something about Amber Widows. Anybody remember anything?
I remember we went to the bar we chose because we didn't want to just go right into the Blazing Chains bar and start a fight. But I don't remember why we wanted to go there in the first place.
Well, I think it was something to do with breaking up their illegal taxation scheme. Because after we talked to Roderick,
Bodrick, yeah.
But you get Broderick. Yeah, I accidentally auto-corrected Broderick. Broderick.
Like Matthew Broderick?
Yeah. I didn't talk to him, but you guys told me he didn't know that the Blazing Chains were doing the collections. I mean, we could try to set that wrong, right?
Should we let Grisback know before we go starting anything?
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We could get banned from Newsroom again? I mean, me? Kind of like it here.
So listen, I don't think we need to talk to Grisbane or Bodrick, because if we ever got in trouble for doing what we want to do with that lot, I don't think they'd really be supremely mad at us. Maybe. I mean, we can take our chances though. I don't think we need to tell them. But yeah, I'm totally down for like messing around with those dudes because I did not like any of them on the docks. In fact, if you guys can remember, I refused to pay their 5 gold tax and paid it to Ander later.
I got away with it.
Sneak teleport.
I assume we're like
Okay.
walking back.
So as you
to
guys, you guys are walking. You get back and you join in the booth with Alvin and Brad, and then the waitress comes over and or Steffi B. She's all right. Well, here's your bill, and she puts down like this long list of things that were consumed over the and as room charges and as other things, you know. And the total comes to, what is this? 46 gold.
How does anybody afford to stay here?
As it's an itemized list, I just sort of like point out to Andrew. I'm like, Andrew, I think we drank more than half of this, so I feel like this bill is perhaps of our own doing.
How much was like your breakfast, bro?
My breakfast
Yeah, well, it
was
was
delicious.
medium price breakfast. Yeah,
yours?
2 gold, a little expensive.
Right? Yeah, like so times up by like how many of us there are, plus like how many, right? Like, whoa, we
It's-
really went wild last night.
It's a city of fine living. Why, just yesterday, Brad, Snow, and I treated ourselves to some very high quality hookah tobacco. It was more than I've ever spent for it, but you know,
Yeah.
it's just gold.
Oh, it's worth it.
Like, this stuff is like top quality stuff, and those sheets that we just slept on were like all hand woven and like organic cotton or linen or whatever. Like it was
the
nice.
cow.
I slept on the floor though.
Like that's why would you do that? There was a bed.
I never sleep on a bed.
Just think of it as a giant backpack.
Hmm.
Were you not allowed on the bed as a child?
I can guarantee my backpack's way more comfier than that 550 count sheet thread, whatever.
Brad
Did
is
you
going
really bring
to
up the thread count?
Brad is going to put 10 gold down and be like, look, here, I'll like lighten your burden a little. It's sweet. Like, I brought you guys here. It was my pleasure to like help like soften the bill for you.
I'll
drop
put down 10. I'll put down 10 as well.
It was a good night. I'll put down 10.
Okay. So you guys throw out your coin, you cover it, and you even enough to leave her or them a pretty sizable tip. And Steffi comes back, her blue dress sashaying. She goes, "Oh, hello! Oh, thank you. You guys are all super sweet." And she looked over at Brad. Brad, it was a pleasure to see you. Might have
Didn't
find that
realize I was
we
married.
didn't have more time to spend and reconnect and catch up, but I'm sure I'll see you again. And she picked up the money and she goes back. She goes, Humbert, we did well again.
What do I? Oh, I'm totally lost now. He's like looking at his coin bag.
3 gold.
Okay. Put that on.
Okay. Cool. And you guys get up as you exit the sea turtle. The day is calmed down after the festivities of yesterday. You hear off like near the main keep, there is a bit of jeering. There's like it sounds like an angry crowd sound coming from that part of the city. Otherwise, that's the only thing that you really notice in terms of distinct stuff. Otherwise, it's business as usual. People setting up the shops. You see people with carts moving like large bits of hay, other types of produce, things like that.
I was thinking I might pop off quick and just talk to Jasper again after Alvin's had the night to like sort of think about things.
Okay.
What's all that noise over there? Maybe somebody's getting hurt.
Maybe we should check it out.
Yeah. I'd like to know what's going on.
Okay. So as you guys are heading back towards the center of the city, Alvin, did you want to piece off or split off now?
No, sorry. I'll stick with the group as we investigate this.
Okay. Cool. So as you get closer, you see more and more people rushing in, getting close to what's happening, and from down the center staircase of leading up to the keep, you see a pretty grizzled-looking half-elf, and he's older. He's got like wrinkled skin, kind of pockmarked, almost like it's like a crumpled up bag almost. Like he's just really wrinkled, just doesn't look very appealing. Wears leathers, and he's got this large set of iron keys that dangle from his waist, and you can hear them going bing, bing, even above the crowd murmur. And behind him, there are 3 or 4 different people. There's a couple of humans. There's a dwarf, and another Goliath. They've all been chained together like a chain gang, and they're being led down the stairs towards a different part of an open area where there's a mass. There's a stockade set up with 4 stocks set up. Sorry, it's been a long day. And behind this whole group, there are 2 halflings who are in loose clothing, and they're armed with short swords, and both wear these blue headbands. And Gersbach Hammerfast walks alongside the chain gang, slowly, his axe on his back. And as they come up to the stocks, they are made to ascend, and they get placed on their knees, and the half elf pushes each one down into the stock, so they're their arms and their heads are trapped. He locks it with one of his keys, and he does that for all four. And then he and the halfling stand behind the four, and Grisback comes up, makes an announcement to the whole crowd. This is a lesson. We are changing the guard. And he just circles with his finger. And one of the halfling comes up, draws a short sword, goes over to the first human guy, and points and cuts his cheek up. So there's this long, almost slice, and you see his mouth just kind of flop open. You can see part of his teeth, and just blood just comes out of his face. They're gonna be marked for good. Let no one make this mistake. And the halfling goes down and cuts the cheeks open of the other three.
Can I roll an insight to see if I recognize any of these from maybe the dock guards or anybody that we saw before?
You want to do history?
Sure, I can do history.
Okay,
history
so
would be the knowledge, to know who they were.
Yeah, but if you want to think about your immediate kind of memory, we don't need to roll for that. If you want to go back into your backstory to remember that, we can roll for that.
You should be able to remember yesterday. You didn't drink that hard.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But Enola is quite stupid. So yeah, let's just see if they're in my immediate history.
Okay. These guys, not really. Like you might have seen them in passing around the castle when you guys went to go help Bodrick out, but that was only in passing. They look vaguely familiar. I'll put it that way.
I want to, as soon as they get cut, I'm I've covered my mouth and I'm trying to hold back serious giggles, and I'm just gonna crawl and jump into Anolo's backpack and have a laughing fit.
Okay. Fair enough. Other folks? Anybody who wish to do anything or make any checks or anything like that?
Brad is actually gonna kind of step forward a little bit and just kind of raise his hand.
Okay.
Sorry, new hair, what did they do? So, I don't do it accidentally.
So someone right next to you, ooh, it was this middle-aged human woman with brown hair. She looks at you and she's like, I don't know, but it seems like there's something going on with all the guards. We know Bodrick was sick. Maybe it has something to do with that. And that's, 'cause otherwise, Grisback is too far away for him to really hear you, and he's not really paying attention to people in the crowd, really. He's just kind of walking back and forth, doing his thing.
How cute is this lady?
She's middle-aged. She's not unattractive. She is... I don't know,
Thanks, gorgeous. Much appreciated.
She smiles and she puts her hand on your forearm. She goes, well, thank you. And then takes it away. Goes back to looking.
Snow would like to do an insight check to see if they have guilty expressions on their face, oh crap, we've been found out, kind of a deal.
Okay. Okie dokie.
On the people who are getting cut?
Yeah. I've had her oh no, what's happening to me? I don't deserve this. 18.
18. So they generally look scared. But it's not the scared that this is like a guilt kind of thing. They seem very afraid, not just because of the pain that's being inflicted on them, but also what this means for their future going forward. You know, because now once it heals, it's gonna be a scar, and that seems to be what you're gleaning at this moment.
I don't know if they're guilty or not, but those guys are going to have a rough time of it from now on.
Okay.
I felt Newsham justice before myself when I was barred from the city for what I consider self-defense. I don't necessarily think this is the most civilized thing that they should be doing to these people if they're criminals, but I mean, you know, when in Newsham.
So as people gather and they jeer, there's more raucous laughter, and some people are whispering. Some are in shock. Some are just kind of like here for the show. But the four guys are still they're bleeding out, and then the other halfling comes up and puts his hand on their face and heals their face. So and then part of it heals into that scar that the other one cut. And Grisback's he's like, no one is to talk to these people until they're out of the stocks. No one is to give them anything or interact with them. They need silence for their punishment. And then suddenly everyone just goes quiet, and the whole crowd just turns their backs on them. And Grisback comes back down the stairs, followed by the half-elf and the two halflings. And then the crowd disperses.
At this point, I'll pop up out of the backpack and be like, and just talk to you guys in your minds. I could talk to them without talking to them, if you wanted to.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, I can talk to them without talking to them if you wanted to. And that's just in your heads, like it's...
That's a hail no, rubber ducky.
You don't want to find out if they're guilty or not?
Well,
Many men would say they're innocent even if they were guilty. How are we to know?
off the table, I think generally it would be a bad idea to even try and talk with them telepathically. Because there's probably at least one or two magic users that might be able to tell.
Nobody.
We know for sure these are guards that did this, right? The cheek cutting.
Yeah. Nobody can affect my mind.
Brad, was that question to me?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no,
Oh,
that was a.
Well, as far as you can, well,
Like they're
people
wearing guard
who-
clothing.
yeah, they're part of the axe grinders, so they're part of Grisback secret police.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so are we doing telepathy or no?
Josh, your audio's not picking
Can't
you
hear
up.
you, man. Your audio is
You're
all.
too quiet. Too relaxed.
Right, I was super relaxed and chill. So what I was saying is, I like telepathy when it's invading my private space. I don't mind if you were to use telepathy on them.
Is there a question you guys want to ask him?
I guess the only thing we really have an interest in knowing is if they really did it.
And like,
I mean,
what
how would
was
we know if they tell the
it?
truth?
I like to assume that they're guilty because they were tried by the public, and us, we were part of it. I'd like to know how they did it.
Doesn't one of you have like the truth zone?
I do.
That's a very
It-
obvious cast, though, right?
Yeah, if he did that, we'd
Mhm.
be in trouble.
What if he was like invisible? Can we make him
It's
invisible?
illegal.
while
We
he
can,
does
we
it?
can. I can do that. Do you want to do that?
Dude.
But you can't make it subtle, though.
Oh
Like-
no.
Well, Yeah, but you could walk off into like a back alley, turn him invisible, have him walk out, invisibly cast Zone of Truth.
If he casts a
Yeah, but then
spell,
you pop out.
he comes out of
Oh
invisibility.
no, he'll pop out of invisibility if he casts a spell. You're right.
Wait a minute. Why is it we feel like we'd be in trouble if we cast a spell in the middle of daylight?
Well,
Homie
like they
just
said to
literally
ignore.
said, yeah, don't interact with them, ignore them, like just generally avoid them. So the fact that we're
Sounds
even
like a whole. It sounds like a whole bunch of them, right? But like, I could cast a spell just for me.
Right. We'll go up and we'll pretend to interrogate one of you, and I'll talk to them.
I don't think
Yes.
that's gonna work. Because I mean,
It
we're
works.
probably gonna be forced away from them. Like, what? How far is that spell? 30 feet?
Yeah.
For Zone of Truth?
And I can only talk
Like-
to people from 30 feet anyway, so.
Yeah, like if we get even within a certain distance of these people, we're probably gonna get menaced. And it'd be weird to be that close to them anyway, after the leader guy was like, alright, through these guys in general.
It's 60 feet, by the way.
I'm 30 feet, so.
Doesn't one of you have artist tools? Does one of you have artist tools?
No.
Drawing?
I have poisoners. I have a poisoner's kit.
Thought,
I have wood
Oh, it's
carving
calligraphy.
tools, but not like calligraphy brushes.
no, I was looking for just somebody who could draw a picture. I was going to get a selfie with them. Use that as the excuse.
Do you mind pausing just for like a half hour? We're gonna do a portrait.
They're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Now don't move.
Oh, man.
You would get
That's
the
a real
dirtiest
stock
look in the
portrait
world
then,
from
huh?
that.
I think we should just try it.
Let's do it. I want to do it.
Let's do it. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm walking out. You're still in my book bag.
Yeah,
sir?
yeah. I'm just like hop out of the top. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, oh, look at that building. Look at that building. Zone of Truth. And I murmur this thing. Let me see what like the things are for it. And what I do is I create a magical zone. Oh. Is there no... Huh. There's no somatic or... It's verbal somatic. I don't know what it really needs, though.
Verbal and
Yeah, so I'm just
somatic
going to try it. I'm going to be
just
like...
means you gotta say some words and make the magic motions.
I'm going to say, bippity boppity, you must be true. Big zone, 60 feet.
Okay. What's the save?
Charisma. And
Yeah,
the
with the
charisma...
number.
Yeah, 17.
Ooh, a natural one.
You lose.
Yes.
Oh.
No.
I should do it too, right?
Okay, so yeah, I'm
Oh.
just gonna. That's gonna be all.
I
all
nat
four of
one as
them,
well.
so- Oh, good.
For honest interrogation time.
Talk kitty. Pippity poppity truthity talkity. Yes,
All right.
that's how I said it.
So, how are you guys doing this?
I'm just gonna like, in my head, I'm just gonna kind of look at them, and just do the creepy smile. You know, just like basically like, standing kind of on Anola's shoulder, more or less,
Okay.
and just, hey there. What's going on?
Who are you gonna direct it to?
Do we know? Does Anolo know which one fails and succeeds? Do they all fail?
I do,
I
actually.
I rolled for all of them. They all failed.
Okay, great.
So then I'm going to go, they all failed.
So into the minds of all of them, I'll just be like, hey, what's up? What you doing up there?
And they kind of look up, and they kind of look at you, and you see the creepy smile. They look at each other, and there's some shock, and then the one on the far on the end, the Goliath, is like, "That's a nice trick. Better bugger off. Don't want the axe grinders on you."
Don't. Probably not. Yeah, and I'll just talk directly to him since he's actually responding to me. Did you do bad things to get in there?
He just shakes his head.
Meantime, while he's talking to him, I'm gonna get like face level with him, like super close, like I'm inspecting him.
Yeah.
Because he's a Goliath, and I'm just gonna look at him really mad while you're asking the questions.
Okay, yeah, and I'll be transferring back to Anolo what he's saying. I'll
Okay.
like echo it back to him.
Okay, okay.
What do I ask him? This is all. Yeah.
Let's start if he's guilty. And while you're doing it, I'm gonna poke his cheek.
So you're guilty?
So from on the rooftops, you see that there are some crossbow trained on you, and you hear this like this ratcheting sound, and suddenly there's this bang, and like 3 crossbow bolts just fire at your feet. And then from the rooftop they go, "Oi! He said stay away!"
30 feet isn't far enough?
Oh wait, I was poking him, so I was totally in his
Yeah.
face.
Oh yeah, so
Whoops!
yeah.
I saw the scar and I was like, I wonder what it would feel like on my face. And yeah, we're just gonna step exactly 30 feet back. We step 30.
So you guys step back. You see the Goliath kind of still reeling from where you poked him in the face, and he just spits on the ground. Goes, he looks at you, Soot, and he goes, and glares and goes, "No, not guilty."
Anolo, he's not. He says he's not guilty, and he's in the truth zone.
Ask him why he thinks he's here then.
Why'd they put you in there then?
They're buying time. They need a scapegoat.
He says they're buying time. They need a scapegoat.
My initial question is, what's a scapegoat? And second, I think we should move to the next person because he might be a brick.
What's a scapegoat?
It's a good question.
It,
Can we hear that?
No. This is all up with them.
The only thing
Chicks
we
is-
hear is what
yeah.
Anolo says.
No.
Yeah,
He's.
right.
Oh, okay. You're talking to me out loud
Because he speaks out loud. Like,
when he does
I
it.
always
not.
speak out loud as a fault, right?
what's a scapegoat? What's happening?
yeah.
I'm
And
asking him
he
what's
just-
the scapegoat.
He just puts his head down and goes, "Leave me be. Let me suffer my shame alone."
These other guys, they're innocent too.
And the other 3 guys look at you. In unison they just say yes.
Dude, they're all innocent.
Ask them if they're guilty of anything. And if they say no, they're clearly lying because they could be guilty of living,
They can't-
right? So
They can't lie in the zone of truth. Okay. Yeah.
we'll try it.
So are you guilty of anything?
What man is not?
Yeah, they
Damn
are.
it.
They are. Yeah.
I knew it. Anyway, let's just look at him like we're menacing. And I'm saying this out loud. Let's look at him like we're menacing. We're just gonna skulk off while backing up and looking at him.
I want to go up to Anolo and take his hand
Okay.
like this.
Yes.
What are they accused of doing?
One second. Hey, Soot. What? Do you know what they're accused of doing?
Uh-uh.
Hold on, Endo.
No. And I'm saying it out loud because you're talking out loud now, and we're just
Yeah,
back in the group. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
We got theories, but our theories are not panning out.
This is a fun game.
So, bro, you could ask them.
Oh yeah.
You. Hey, oh. So you should do it. Wait. So you should ask them what they're guilty of.
I'll pop back over and talk to the Goliath again.
What are they accused of?
What they're accused of.
What
I'll
you-
clarify that. 1 second. What they're accused of.
This is absolute madness. Yeah. Yeah. What were you guys accused of?
They think we have information on who poisoned Bodrick.
Yeah. And I'll come over and they think they have information on who poisoned Bodrick.
Quick follow-up. Ask them if they do know who poisoned Bodrick. And I'll be right back. They're accused of
I'm right
maybe
here.
of maybe poisoning Bodrick. We're just waiting on a response. Go ahead, buddy.
Hold on. I'm trying to come back. Do you guys know who did it?
No, of course not.
No, they don't know.
They don't know. Nobody knows. And trust me, we would know. I wouldn't know anything.
So,
Okay.
Right, now we're gonna medicinally back away.
so they got hurt for no reason. That's really funny.
Well, it's not so funny because getting hurt is not a funny thing at all. And I can tell you, they got gash right on the cheek.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they might look funny, especially the dwarf, because his face is like already gross. But I mean that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
Yeah. No. Yeah, no, not funny. And we're gonna back up to the rest of you guys, I think.
Okay. You rejoin the group?
Yes.
Well, look, we've got a few hours left here in town. Are we going to unravel the injustices of Newsham's governance, or do we have time for something like that?
Those three
I mean,
guys.
how often do we get 2 days off?
Those three guys didn't hurt anybody, and they got. Look at them.
So I totally feel like Newsham is like Monaco. So I feel like no matter if you didn't do anything today, you probably did something yesterday. I mean, at least that's how a Nolo feels. So I'm gonna be like, wait. Right, yeah. So that no, a Nolo feels completely different. That they're not guilty of this crime, and I feel. Yeah. Is anybody? I don't know. I feel like there's some injustices being done. Yes, by the way, and I feel like there's not much we can do because Grisbeck and Bodrick saw to this, and we saw to their health. So perhaps they think that's justice.
Well, maybe if we find any leads as to who really did it, we'd be able to point them that way instead of people like this.
I want to know why the axe grinders aren't going right after the Chains gang there.
Blazing
I
chains.
mean, we know the Blazing Chains are doing something illegal, and that they filled a void left by Broddick's illness. So, I mean, I'm no inquisitive, but I think there's probably a connection there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You think we can get the chain gang? Oh, wait. Well, I'm sorry. The axe grinders to fight against the blazing chains.
Well, I mean, the axe riders are the police force, so why don't they just go roust the Blazing Chains? Because that's probably where they're going to find the most answers. Even if the Blazing Chains weren't behind the poisoning, they're probably going to know somebody who was.
Wait. And as you say that, I walk back over to the stockades with Soot, right? And I'm going to say, Soot, ask them if they know who did this. If this is the police force and they know, or maybe one of them was working with the Blazing Chains, perhaps they know who did do what they did, and we can find out more information. I could almost guarantee that they didn't do anything, this lot, right? But maybe they know who did.
Talk back to the Goliath real quick and be like, do you think that the Blazing Chains did this to you?
No, they didn't put us here, but anything's possible. If I think I know what Grisback's next move is, he's gonna be meeting with that Etten pretty soon.
He says Grisback's, and I'll like head back. Yeah. Not to everybody here. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, Grisback's. They think he's going to be meeting with Grisback.
I would ask specifically, friend, if they know who did poison Baldric.
They said
Just
they
ask
didn't.
that blunt.
No, I did. We did that.
Yeah,
They
I was
don't know.
gonna say, off the table. I think you asked
Yeah.
that question already,
asked
and they
that.
didn't know.
Small mistake. Yeah, so let's just go back then. If we know that they're going to talk to the Etten, then
Grisback's going to talk to the Etten. That's what they said. Like that would be his their next move.
Oh wait, ask the Goliath if he thinks that Grisback's in danger if he speaks with the Etten. Because if he is, then we need to back him up.
This episode title should be like telephone tag or something like that.
The telephone
Oh
game.
my god.
I used to play that one.
Telepathic tag.
Telepathic
Yeah.
tag. Yeah.
Telepathic.
Yeah. Well, do you? I don't remember what the question was.
Is Grisback in danger from the Etten?
Yeah. Is he?
That's what he relays.
And the guy just looks at you like dead-eyed, and he responds, "No one's safe around that menace. Come on."
He says nobody's safe. Okay.
I appreciate I didn't hear his dialect because I would feel completely offended. So let's go.
Okay, as you guys retreat away from the stockades, the crowd is thinned out, and you notice that there are more crossbow guards watching your move, keeping an eye on things. You guys start to head back down through Newsham. Probably, we'll pick up there after the break. Okay.
Cool.
Break time.
That
Yep.
sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
Intermission.
I'm out.
Acquire snacks.
Intermission.
Cool. Let's turn the music down. Cool. And we're back.
Woohoo!
Cool. Hopefully everyone is refreshed with snacks and or drinks and or potty breaks. Who knows? And right on. My cat. This is Wicket. Sorry, Wicket's here.
Well, who's a good boy?
We
Yeah.
paid
Okay.
the cat tax.
Yeah. Oh,
Golly.
Wiley.
Copy.
Right on. So, let's pick up. You guys have left the stockade area and are now making your way through the winding streets of Newsham. The city has now come back to life. Business is going around as usual. People are running back and forth, haggling over prices. There are people cooking things in the street. There are vendors and acrobats and other things. Newsham is back to being alive and well. What do you do?
The whole way through, I'm like, we should save them. I'll put like 4 of us invisible, and then we can go up, and I can teleport away with one, and then like Andrew can teleport, and then that's 2 of them at least.
Could there be a city where we're welcome?
Why?
Like, if they did nothing wrong, who
For a
did?
change?
If we find that person or whatever, maybe they'll set these guys free.
I'm with Brad on this.
Well, actually, they already punished them, so even if we find the guilty people, they're probably not going to want to admit their mistake.
What kind of leadership is that? That sounds like garbage. Who did we just heal? Like, this is how they rule their city?
It's a city of thieves, let's keep in mind. And so, right, Matt? Am I painting this right in my head? Like, this is kind of like a city of thieves, but it's governed by their own guard forces and things like that?
Yeah, well, yes and no. I mean, the Bodrick has been very lax in terms of policing certain things. So a lot of stuff tends to get swept under the rug or looked the other way. His primary focus is maintaining a free economic system within that main strip of Newsham. So that is where all of the security is mostly, and that's just like the primary focus for most of the city is just the economic engine of it. But there's all, as with anything with that much freedom and allowance, other stuff does happen.
So I'd like to also maybe point out that if they did happen to go missing, we were the 2 people that the guards up above shot at, and we're gonna be the first ones that they question.
Yeah, wasn't that like fun though? They shot at us, and we could be running all over the city, and everybody be angry.
Yeah, I mean, in all other intents and purposes, it'd be a whole lot of fun. But I really, really like this city and Dudra and Bodrick, and oh man, I don't really want to do anything bad to them.
Right. So we let these guys stay in their little things. Yeah, okay.
Well, the other option could be to clear him.
Well, that's worth a shot. I don't feel great about innocent people being punished, especially that brutally. I mean, we could look into it.
I mean, we gotta try. Maybe we'll find something else to at least point the guards in the direction of the real culprits.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Do we have any?
Where do we start?
Fine,
Yeah,
let's be noble.
Do we start with the Blazing Chains bar, or?
Well, here's the things that we do know. First, is anybody super stealthy? Ander is, and so is Thurkir, and Soot is so-so, especially with spells. What we do know is that not Bodrick, but Grisback is meeting with the Etten some point soon. Perhaps we can have somebody tail him to learn what the Etten and Grisback have to say to each other, and then we can determine what we need to do after that. Because, I don't know, you know what? I need to say this to everybody, just... What if Grisback's in on it?
He's saying.
I'm sure glad you used your
Manolo,
mind to say that.
You said that out loud.
Agree to disagree.
I browish at Enola. Like, I mean, I really disagree with you, bro. Like, right now, I'm not talking out loud. I'm talking with my eyebrows. Whereas just a minute ago, you were fully talking out loud.
I've heard it both ways. So, again, what if he's involved?
Well, if we find out he's involved, we gotta let Bodrick know.
So I think we need to figure it out. Why is Grisback speaking with the enemy, Etten? At least we all see him to be an enemy. Why is he going to meet with him? Is it to parley, or is it to say, you idiot, you didn't get the job done, and you needed to send somebody smarter who can outwit the Oddlot?
Wait. And no, actually, Soot, what did the guy say exactly?
I don't know about exactly. He
Of
said
course you don't.
he said that he was probably gonna go meet with the Grizz guy. The Grizz guy was going to meet with the Etten.
And the tone he used, was he being maybe understated, thereby implying the threat of how Grisback would meet the Etten?
Maybe.
Well, I really should do the talking.
I'm the only one that can talk telepathically to people.
Excuse me, that's two of us.
I'm the only one.
So maybe Grisback meeting with him was really an understatement for going to confront the Etten, arrest the Etten, possibly kill the Etten when the Etten tries to resist, because we know he will.
Maybe we should be there for backup then, if that happens.
Well, so wait, whoa. But Grisback didn't kill this lot. Why would he just go out straight and kill the Etten? I think Grisback is the justice one, unless, of course, he's a double stabber and he's the one who's guilty of all of this crime. Then I could be wrong.
Let's go, do you want to,
I think we should follow him stealthily.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Double stab, yes.
If stealth is the goal, I could cast Pass Without Trace on those of you who are the quietest, fleetest of foot.
I'm the quietest.
That's very not true, Nolo.
Oh, right. Just
your
testing
armor
the zone of
quite
truth,
clanky.
it's all.
You're second worst at sneaking next to this cleric I know.
You mean the hero?
No, he was
No, not
crossing
that
the
guy.
streams.
That's right, yes.
Yes, good one.
Thank you.
All right, well, where am I supposed to pick up Grisback? Where am I supposed to get on his tail? Wait, outside his room or his house?
Yeah, what do we know
Well,
about
I
his...
was in character
Well,
there,
no.
but yeah, if you can tell us, that'd be great.
Okay. Well, he's wandered off. So the most likely place is probably back in the keep. But you can make perception checks, or you can try to investigate or track him down if you wish.
I'll cast, well, let's look at the castle first, and then if we can't find him, we'll...
No, alternatively, we could just go with Grisback. We could offer our services. He probably would say no, but
Best... there's a thing I heard where, best to ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Right.
It's like that ancient saying, right?
I totally live by that motto, by the way.
what about the four guys who were not forgiven that we just ran into?
Right,
This face does not need any scars on it.
I'll fix it.
But it's not any fun if, it's all safe and stuff.
Right? Fair enough. I like a little bit of peril.
So what's the plan?
Go back towards the castle, try to figure out where Grisback is, and tail him when he comes out.
Okay. So those of you looking and participating in this, please make perception checks.
Sure thing.
I'd like to participate in
for
the
the-
first part.
Just for the sake of saying it, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace now. Just so those of us who are doing it should probably just huddle together so we can be inconspicuous right from the start.
And the
Okay.
rest of us are just chilling back and try to
Yeah.
act natural.
Yeah. I was thinking about, like, Enola going in to maybe provide as a distraction to Grisback while you guys sneak, but I think let's just go smooth on it and you guys can go stealth. I'm going to hang back. I'm too big.
Brad will stay with you for sure, so yeah, I won't roll.
Yeah, Snow's gonna stay back.
I'll be with you guys too.
We need you to roll through. Or wait, are you in the back or?
Yeah, in the back.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys are looking around, walking through the city, you notice that when in the center market, you see a glimpse of Grisback moving back through the center market, heading down towards where is it? The sort of southwest side, southwesterly section. So he's moving through the crowds. People are giving him wide berth because they, he kind of commands that kind of respect, and people know who he is. So you see, like, there's this, all the crowd of people. There's this, like, a stream, open wide. He just walks down. People just get out of his way. Hard to miss. But he appears to be walking away from the keep.
Okay, so I guess this is where we'll start to do the stealth thing.
Yeah. Oh.
Natural 20
Okay.
Wow. All right.
Awesome.
plus a lot.
You okay? So,
It's gonna
yeah,
be
you
hard to
just-
top a nat 20, but let's see.
Is that plus pass without a trace?
Oh, no, it's not. With Pass Without Trace, it's
Pass
plus
without
10.
trace is another
Yeah.
plus 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He probably
45.
epically level. Yeah, he epic level hit.
45.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means
I
I've,
friggin' Batman them.
I've got a
Yeah,
28.
that's nuts. That makes my 24 look like nothing.
Got 28.
Okay. So yeah, as you guys all of you guys working in concert together, disappear, kind of move out in different sections so you can keep an eye on him. And even though he is not trying to lose a tail, he's not even aware. He's just totally thinking about what he wants to do. And you guys you disappeared pretty much. You just, whether it's hiding behind the people or finding that right alleyway or hiding in between different shops and stuff, you totally gone. And as you're watching him, you notice that the sort of muscles at the corner of his jaw are constantly clenching, and he looks like I don't know. It's a difficult face to describe. It's like he's squelching nerves, but at the same time, he's like he's got this sort of steel face to himself. And then you notice that his right hand, hung down by his side, is always kind of just moving, twitching a little bit. And as he walks through, he comes closer to the next section where ducks into a different section of town. This is where the Blazing Chain make their headquarters. So this is their turf, so to speak. He needs to make a stealth check then.
I'm
They
at
were
20
being
this
stealthy.
time.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Nuts. Wow.
We still have- We still have Pass
Yeah,
Without Trace.
Pass Without Trace lasts an hour. I got a 29 this time.
I've
Mine
got
would be
a
at 30.
38.
Okay. Holy smokes.
Go sneaky crew.
Okay, so the secondary crew, the people hanging back. How far back you hanging, and like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking to Anolo to tell him where we're headed.
Okay.
I think we're just gonna stay back, like casually within maybe the crowd or near a pub or something.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now that I think about it, though, Nolo might be trying to just be like as close as possible without being in the way. So I'm gonna be super far back, but still trying to make my way towards where they are going, without
Okay.
being up in front.
So like
Okay.
wait for them to turn corners and stuff, and then
Yeah,
start walking down the alley.
yeah. Give them a wide berth, but the protection side of me says that I can't let them go too far away from me without being close.
Okay. Cool. So, as you guys, I should roll for. Oh yeah, no, he's told. Grisback is looking around now. You see him becoming a bit more apprehensive. He's kind of looking around just to be aware of his surroundings a bit more frequently. His eyes are darting left and right. Clearly, you know, you get the sense he doesn't feel exactly safe. He is just, and he's also by himself. He goes, so in this part of town, you see that the buildings aren't as well maintained. It looks a little rougher, a little more dirty. There are, you know, bits of graffiti tag, you know, like these chain links that are spread across certain houses, certain doors, other things like that. And the people kind of look around a little more shifty-eyed. They are kind of noticing you guys in the back because you guys are just like behaving a little oddly. And there's like a little kid, a little dwarven kid. He's just like looks at you over at Tyrael and just kind of just ducks away into a corner. So, and you guys are with the guys in front. Keep an eye on Grisback, and you see him round the corner and go over to the Crimson Anchor. He stops in front of the door, takes a deep breath, and he knocks. Everyone makes stealth checks.
Actually, I want to grab. There's just the three of us going up close by, right? Like
Yeah,
Ander
everyone else
and
is
Alvin
hanging back.
and me.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
it, right?
Yep, it's
Yeah.
just you three.
I'm gonna grab onto you guys and cast invisibility. We still make stealth checks, I believe, but like I just wanted to make sure we're not
Yeah.
like we can get closer.
Right. Stealthin.
I'm gonna mug it.
Nah, that's an 18. That's probably good enough. I'm gonna save my mug.
Okay.
Audio
So you
problems?
33.
33. 18. Okay. I hear a kitty.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, great.
Cool. Sweet. So, yeah, you guys, not only are you invisible, let's see here. Hold on, guys. Sorry, stream. There's an audio problem. One of our players can't hear anything. Unfortunately. So that's I was a little distracted. That's all. Okay. So, you guys get close. How close do you want to get to Grisback?
Like within 10, 20 feet. I think it looks like he's up at a door. He's looking like he's gonna go maybe into a building. I thought maybe we would want to go in with him so we can hear what's going on, and that's why I did the invisibility. So. Okay.
So, as you get close, you're about 10 feet away right now. You're within earshot. You are kind of taking your time very slowly, so you're not making too many sounds. And as he knocks on the door, you see like there's a weird hush that goes around the rest of the neighborhood, and people kind of like quickly go inside. Windows start shuttering, things like that, and the little faceplate on the door opens up, and you see a pair of eyes squint out, and Grisback says, "Let me in. We need to talk." And the door shuts. And then some like voice from behind you goes, "No! You stay there! Grisback's like, knocks again. We need to talk. Suddenly, from behind the door, you hear this thunk, and you hear the voice go, "Ee!" and then the thump. The door opens, and there is this really muscled orc with 2 tusks, one that are kind of broken off, and you guys remember him as Grumbar Blacktusk. This is, you guys, do I remember this name?
No.
This is going back a ways.
So
Yeah.
wait a minute, was
think
this
I
the
do.
guy that Ned threw all the caltrops and that stinking gas or whatever, and we had to flee? Was he the guy throwing the daggers at the thing on the spinning table?
No, that
No.
was Obrash does that, but
Okay.
Grumbar, when you guys left the Krellin Star Temple, he and his ship where they had a crew up on the ledge above you guys, and you guys
Yeah,
had
we-
to sort of parlay.
We had just gotten Zerk, I think.
Yeah, you just got
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Wow.
And they were
Ages
all
ago.
standing on that ledge, like above us, all like rawr.
Yeah. So yeah,
Pretty
he
sick.
stands there, and he's basically, you know, he's got no shirt on, but his muscled skin is, you know, slashed and scarred. As you remember, he has a different kind of ability about him, where the more pain he takes, he gets extra ability.
Oh, yeah, I remember this dude.
Yes. Yeah, I'll fill you guys in. Like, I'll remind you later. It's not important now. You go, Grisback. Come in. So, and Grisback looks and goes, Grumbar. And he starts to move in. What do you guys do anything?
I want to at least try to sneak into the door.
Yeah, is that
Okay.
possible?
You can try. Anything is possible, I guess.
If we do it, we got to do it all together because we got to stay
Yep.
within 30 feet. And
Uh,
I imagine the door is only going to stay open so long. So
I'll hop
Yeah.
on Alvin's shoulders so we take up less space.
all right,
Okay.
and
And-
I'm gonna try and sneak in,
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
stealth
more
checks.
stealth? Okay, yeah. But we still have
Sure.
passed without a trace, and we're invisible.
and we're invisible.
Oh, come on.
Woo! That's
I rolled a
hot.
one.
That's a dirty 20 plus 10, so 30.
44,
I-
Andrew?
I
also have a 30.
Dude?
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, Andrew with the pass without trace on him is super ninja style.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Nice. So as Grisback makes his way in, Grumbar is holding the door open, and as Grisback enters, Grumbar lets the door close, and you guys kind of just sneak right in. And as you turn around, and you look, and there was like a goblin that was trying to answer the door. It was now clearly unconscious because Grumbar threw him against the inside of the door. And the bar is very similar to how you remember it. There was that center area where people were playing cards, and there is a card game happening now. And you see this sort of shimmer of a magical field around them. And there are also tables in the upper portions of the bar. So here, like the middle section is where the game is. Upper sections for tables and stuff like that. And the bar is back at the right hand side. And sitting near the bar is this hulking form of Obrash, the leader of the Blazing Chain. He's got both his arms up on the bar itself, with the chains coiled around his forearms, and even from this distance, you see smoke just rising from them, and it's almost like this. You hear a sound of searing flesh, but just nothing. He doesn't flinch in pain. And you see the two heads look around, each, and they pick up. He picks up mugs of ale. They both down at the same time. And Grisbeck looks up and he goes, "Oi, Obrash!" Obrash turns around, crosses his arms. He goes, "Oh, so I get to toss another dwarf today. Excellent." And that's where we're gonna stop because this is gonna be cool. I need to prepare this, and I'm not ready for this one. Just to be honest, guys.
Okay.
It's good.
This is awesome. Though. I'm glad we.
That is spicy
sounds good to me.
banter.
Yeah.
I get to toss another.
I want to know who
today.
the first dwarf he tossed today was.
Oh,
You know?
Gimli.
wasn't there a dwarf among those three?
There was.
Yeah, there was a dwarf. Yeah.
Oh, you could have been referring to that dwarf.
Which leads me to my theory. I think Grisbeck has something to do with this.
Oddlot playing detective. I
Then
like
Quick
really-
question: Did the door lock behind us?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Escape
Okay.
route. That's good.
Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, I'm not more prepared for this, but this sounds cool, and I want to make sure we do this justice because
Oh.
this
You
is
had
fun.
no idea what we were gonna do, so how could you be prepared?
That's fair.
We
That's
might
fair.
finally be able to deal with this blazing chains guy.
But
Yeah.
why? He's awesome.
He's
Because he
bad.
causes problems.
He's a
Lots
big
of
Because
them.
his
poo-poo head.
flesh sears with blazing chains. He needs to be put out of his misery.
Now, as a person, I think he's super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Mhm.
story-wise, I think we're all kind of itching for a fight with him. We've got history with this dude.
Yeah. Plus,
He's
Yeah.
been up to no good. He's a scoundrel.
as a
sir.
player, I want to see the Oddlot fight him.
As a player, I would also like to see Soot have his chains and go to friend targets. Get over here!
Yeah. So we'll see. I've got some prep work to do.
Alright.
Cool. Yeah, so I want to thank Tabletop Audio for the music, the ambiance, and other stuff. Yeah, that's it.
And thank you, Matt, for being an amazing DM.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, thank you. You didn't. Thank you. You didn't have to say that, but I appreciate that. Cool.
How are you
You're
in
not-
phases?
You're not getting that extra magic item.
Ah,
No, no.
but I rolled persuasion.
But I rolled ass kiss.
No, you have to give me sushi to do that. Not. Yeah.
I do sushi because we're friends, pal.
Yeah. Fair
Like
enough.
that's not even a bribe. I just do that because I like you.
I know,
That's
right?
not
It's like yeah. Okay. Well, thanks to the stream for hanging out with us and watching us and following along with our story. This has been a very interesting section because we've spent 4 sessions in the same spot. We haven't really moved. It's been
I was gonna say.
yeah.
I mean, we've got a ship. We've done a lot of traveling. This party has covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Including, 2 other planes of existence besides the prime material plane. Oddlot's gotten around.
You definitely have some frequent flyer miles.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So thanks for good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye,
so
Ellie.
it's Thursday.
Dude.
Determining
Oh yeah,
Terminator's
and then the
Thursday.
Terminator's
weekend.
Thursday. Yes.
Yeah.
And then Etherflux on Sunday. We got to finish up our the one shot we started.
At some point here,
For
yeah.
either Etherflux,
We'll plan that.
determine Nivek's soul. Probably gone. Sorry, man. But
it could go either way.
Stuff happened last night where that might not actually be true. It remains to be seen.
okay.